Hey B.
Hey Kay. Hi everybody.
Welcome to Flow with KB.
Sharing light, life, and laughter
with Kofoworola.
And of course, Boma.
Sorry, we're dancing. We got carried away by the instrumental. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. We're not supposed to do this. Cut it, end it, kill it. I'm leaving it.
It's part of it.
What?
We're leaving this. Nobody's
Mama,
going to cut anything from
Mama.
you, my love.
Boma.
Yes. Sweetie. Bo.
I will do it for you too. I will do you. I will do you.
Anyways, people, like I said, this season,
That was an invited guest.
Kofo is going to be a miscreant all through. I can already see.
As long as I'm not a bandit, I'm fine.
Hey, come on.
Fine.
Okay.
I'm not a bandit.
Okay. I see you, honey. All right, peoples. Huh. What's today's episode gonna be about, sweetie?
Because today is a little serious. I don't know why we're laughing.
Sweetie,
But when
even
have
on
you
the
ever
worst
been
of
serious?
days, we still laugh. That is our mojo.
All right, so today's topic is something that's interesting, and we're writing letters to our younger selves.
So it's titled Letter to My Younger Self.
Yes, and the highlights.
I'm a little nostalgic.
What do they have come again? I think the highlight for today is that we're having an invited guest.
And he's legit one of the meanest G's that we have. You know, Flow with KB. He's a friend.
It's our fan.
He's our fan. Our friend.
Our promoter.
She will chip it in the last one. And our producer.
Oh, shit.
Come on. Anywho, you guys are going to be hearing from him later. That's one of the amazing things that we hope to do in season 2, right?
Yes.
I mean, because it's a community. So we want to have you guys on the show. We want to have you guys, your opinions, and your stories, sharing your gist. So today, we would like a male perspective.
Yes.
And also somebody outside of I and Kofo's kind of circle. Because then again, you and I almost grew up in the same sort of environment.
We did.
Eliu, house, Jesus, mommy, lock you inside. Don't see the world. I protect you under Jesus Christ. Shield. Yeah.
Hey, well, you're right. You're right.
So our perspectives might be different, but also very
similar.
alike. But with his, we'll get a different perspective entirely, which is really beautiful, right? And that's to also say, like we always tell you guys, always sending your stories and suggestions and all of that. Let's dive right in.
And I was also going to mention that if there's any story that resonates with you that you can agree with, so yes, so feel free. I'm gist monger.
I say we're here for you. That's what we're here for. So Kofo, I'm gonna be doing this today. I'm gonna be anchoring. So Kofo, you wanna tell me, first of all, before you tell me what the letter to your younger self would be, I want to know a little bit about your younger self. Tell me about younger Kofoworola.
Okay, so this is
Pause. Younger. I'm talking from age 10.
That's fine.
So age, let's say
why not 15? And it's a younger self. No, I think it's too.
But I'm the one asking you. You don't get to dictate, sweetie. When is your turn? You can do me 15 if you want.
I was saying because the gist is in that year.
That is your business, my dear. I want from age 10 to age, because I don't know why.
You could not know where the story is coming from.
Oh my God. So you're going to deceive your listeners.
I'm not deceiving nobody. That just threw a kiss.
You're no more straightforward, dear. You used to be straightforward. Your always are no more pure. All right, Kofo. Let me just leave you then. Dive into whatever age you want to go. Tell me a little bit about your younger self.
Okay. So I was going to say that this topic is sort of personal as well and emotional to me because please let's not do this. Let's not do this. No, the reason being that there's so many things that younger Kofo went through.
Right.
Or it's many things that younger Kofo was that thankfully older Kofo isn't. And
nice.
Trust me, and this isn't is maybe 3-4 years ago. So not too far. Exactly, not too far.
Not too far back.
Not too far back. So I'm going to talk about maybe the good and the bad, or maybe I'll start with good then you. So I think one thing that younger Kofo was cheerful.
Okay.
And a smart mouth. Oh my God, I chopped cane. I chopped cane. Oh
so basically, guys, sorry to cut you short. She said smart mouth. My dear, when we were growing up, it was called bebe lube, bebe toe.
Smart mouth.
Keep telling yourself that.
No, and that's one part of me that I think I missed today. I'm still a smart mouse, but not. I don't have the same energy as I did. Yeah, confidence is the word, and maybe I have a little bit of wisdom now, just a little bit, tiny bit. But also, I was a smart mouth. I was fearless.
Oh, wow.
There's nobody I will not talk to.
Really?
There's no who are you? They've not born your father. I will talk to you. Let me tell you the one that comes to mind readily is when I was doing so now it was my below 10 when I went to write my what they call that thing, common entrance for secondary school for Air Force Ibadan then. Air Force Ibadan. So we had to stay for some days and all. So we went there, and my mother being my mother, she had packed all the provisions in the world. My daughter must not suffer for 3 days. And I got to the gates and I hear them say, "Oh, no provisions are allowed." Woo! Say what? No, what? And then it was cowbell choco and cowbell milk. We plenty biscuits, speedy or other things. I are telling me, that I already planned my timetable. I are telling me that no. I'm like, excuse me. My father still remember. Oh, my father of blessed memories. You say, go for anywhere in your house. I was like, no. Excuse me, sir. What do you mean that my provisions are not allowed? My father was looking at me. I'm not up till I was 9. What? I was 9. And my father was like, it's like, you don't know where we are. But in my own, I'm like, who gave this man the right to tell me that my provisions are not allowed? And now I was looking at me like, wow. Thankfully, it was one of the ones that had sense and not the ones that were just. So it was really, it was sort of laughing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, darling. This, not use darling, but sorry. That
just trying to cajole you.
Just trying to cajole me and say, I was so upset. Wow. I was so upset and livid. I'm sure that if I even had more bebe than I had, I told my father that let's be going to hell with these people. What did they think they are? But yeah, so that was the type of person that Kofo.
That you were in your childhood.
was, yes, and it was fantastic. And I don't think.
Even through your secondary school.
No, so that's when life started happening and things started, so one of the things that so the bad part. Okay, so the opposite side that I didn't like was I struggled a lot with my self-esteem.
Really?
And I struggled a lot. So I used to be really on the big side, and I was bigger than my mates,
Right.
So I even used to inflate my age. So if I was 10, I'll say I'm 12 because my look was not matching my age now. All those 10, you're 12. Aww. So I used to inflate my age a lot. I used to feel like I wasn't beautiful enough. I used to feel that I needed to hide some parts of my hands were too big, so I could not wear clothes that would expose them, things like that. So I battled with self-esteem, and thinking about it now, it influenced my choice of friendship, influenced my choice of a lot of things, really. There's so many things I did, I cannot say it on air so that you will not use it to ruin my political career in future. And I did because of that.
You were trying to
fit in.
Yeah.
I was trying to fit in basically. So yeah, those are the. So I've said the high for me and the low for me. That was what it was.
Right.
Yeah. So Boma, you have the floor. Well,
man, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm very happy, first of all, that this is a partnership because I promise you, I was gonna swear, but I promise you that if this was a only me podcast, I probably never would have talked about my younger self. Now, I'm sure that a lot of people who knew me growing up will find these things that I'm about to say very shocking because now older, I learned last year that I have learned to masquerade my feelings so much so in my joy that I don't process a lot of my feelings. I just waltz through them because I'm a happy person. And they don't go away. They just linger around in my life. And they begin to touch on areas where I don't now even realize that that's what's touching on those areas. Now, my younger self was a very happy child. I was also very forward. I could talk to anybody, And up until the end of my primary school, it was great. Oh God, I lived in a cocoon of my own. I thought, everybody is do sweet. Everybody do the oh my God, I'm doing it. This is episode 2, Boma. You can make it. You can make it, girl. I honestly thought that the world was a kind, because I grew up in a very loving, when I say loving, I had older siblings in the house, people who lived with us, and everybody just shower. You know, when you're the baby, they're like, oh, you're so cute, you're so sweet. If Uncle A does not give you Rabina, come on, Uncle B is ready to give you.
Capri Sun.
Do you understand Capri Sun? Look, come out. Hey, goody. I said I had everything I wanted. My mom was always so upset, like, you guys are spoiling her. And then, hey, they now decided to send me to boarding house. Oh, hey. This was from grace to grass. Hey. Nobody told me. I never expected it. Wow. I think that was when the course of my life changed. And I mean, it almost destroyed me, right? Oh yeah, there are certain experiences that I cannot even share on air that I just literally, I've been dealing with them for so long, but I think last year and this year in fact was the first time I faced my demons squarely, one-on-one. I faced them with the help of people, with the help of Bible, with a lot of cloaking, but for the first time I faced it face on. So my younger self, from this happy, sweet, joyful, innocent, loving, oh God, I had so much love to give that I probably irritated people around me with love, no jokes, because I was coming from a very loving place. I didn't know that there were wicked people in the world. I'm not joking. I didn't realize there was bullying. I didn't realize there was jealousy. These were not things I ever saw, so it was very confusing to me. I'm coming from a place where every win was celebrated as a child, and then I got thrown into a school, quote and unquote, Christian environments, blah, blah, blah. And then I thought, oh, you know when you now see people that are your family friends, you feel like, oh my God, it's a community stuff. You know, I live family to family. Oh, more. Little did I know. Because Kofo, see, I really wish I could explain. Kofoworola, sorry. I really wish I could explain, but I can't. It was a lot. Like, I went from a student that had all blues to a student who had all reds.
God, do you know what came to my mind? I went to a student that had all blues to a student that had reggae blue.
Hey, God. I need to check you, dear. Come, let me touch your body. Hooray, dear. The Lord will heal you.
Amen.
The hand of God. Anyway, so it was a really terrible time. So that experience, I remember leaving that school. I transferred to another school. And I remember the day that my dad had come to pick me because it got really terrible. They had to pull me out of boarding school. And it was so bad. My dad was driving from Ojodu Bega to my school. My school was in Redemption Camp, Redeemers High School. So it was a distance every morning. And he would come back to pick me every afternoon.
As a day student?
Oh, yes, as a day student. For me to just finish that GS3. And I remember the last day that I was leaving the school, unconsciously, I made a decision in my mind and in my heart and in my spirit. And I told myself, never again would I be this jovial person that people could trample on. Never again will I be vulnerable. Never. So, you know, looking back now, if I were to write a letter to my younger self, it would be, dear younger Boma, you are responsible for your reactions and not people's actions. People will be who they are, regardless of who you are.
That's true.
Stay true to yourself, because it deprived me of so many other life pleasures. I transferred to another school that had some of the most amazing people. Shout out to Dolan Secondary School. No, scratch that. Dolan International Secondary School. DISS. Oh God, don't try us. It took me to like SS2 third term to start opening up, and I missed out on a lot, if I do say so myself, because if I just opened up from the beginning, you know, I would have enjoyed so many other people. I was just so I don't want to be so I became the very thing that I hated. Actually, I became a bully unconsciously.
Oh my.
No jokes. Like, I didn't realize it until after. Like, people are like, you're not approachable, you're not this. And I'm like, you can talk to me, I play. And they're like, no, when your face should just change, you know.
But see, as Boma used to laugh, the opposite of Boma's face.
Now, wow. Which time do you see my opposite face now? Oh, yeah, sorry, don't tell them. You have seen it, don't tell them. Right? Yeah, but, you know, looking back now, I would have rather not missed out on all of those things. I was leaving already. I should have just left with my true self as opposed to the version they made of me. Do you understand? So, yeah, that's one very important thing I like to tell my younger self, amongst others. What's the one thing that, do you want to ask me something?
Yes, so before we continue, this I noticed the trend for both of us, how before we entered secondary school, while we're still under 10, we had this very innocent approach to life and everything, maybe because we've not seen life. It felt like the
flip side.
And the script flipped when we entered the university. So I'm trying to reconcile. So what happened? What was the divide? Is it that our parents did not prepare us for life? Because I remember seeing a tweet from days back, and someone was saying that one thing that parents and schools did not prepare us for was failure. And I resonated a lot with that tweet. So we're pampered. You're just pass. We're not prepared for failure. And I know that firsthand, because the first time I experienced my first major failure, Boma, I went into full-blown depression.
Oh my God.
It was bad.
Are you serious?
This was in 2017.
Yo! It's just now.
It's just now. Prior to that, life had somewhat been easy.
Right.
Pass. I never failed before. We're everything we're just running.
Yeah.
So at that point, my life took a pause and took a break. I did not know how to handle it.
Shit.
I did not. I was on my.
I think the worst part is being an adult and realizing you cannot handle things.
That is so.
My God! Because adulthood does not wait for you.
Prepare you.
It's not even that. When you're a child, you have support system. Adulthood, you are your support system. Do you understand? So whilst you were failing, you still had to be an adult.
Yes.
You still had to leave, look for a job, go and do farm. Nobody was waiting for you.
I just remember something I saw on Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm very big on Twitter.
Yeah,
I saw on Twitter again, and it was when we were sharing some stories about heartbreak. And someone was like, heartbreak in adulting is so hard. Like if they break your heart in university, it's still fine. But
okay.
Adulthood, you'll be walking, you go to the toilet.
Marriage.
You go to the toilet, you gotta cry, you clean your eyes and come back, you gotta be sending emails. Man, this life now.
Balance.
It's not balance. But before we proceed, we would like to tweak our invited guest. He's very shy, guys.
Hey.
He's very, very shy.
Why am I this excited to have somebody though?
Because you're not used to it.
Right? It's just two of us.
You're not used to it.
Excitement. Okay, drum roll, people. As we welcome on board Mr. A.P.V. baddest producer ever living.
Yeah,
come on, we're clapping.
I'll greet our people.
Let's do this.
Don't be proud.
Okay, sorry.
He's shy. Why shall I shy?
Don't do it. I know you're tempted, but don't do it.
Okay, basically, yeah.
Just say hello.
Hello, everybody. Sorry about my voice. I have like a cold and stuff.
Oh, shit. I like this your cold voice, though.
Okay, so let's be serious.
Let's
put you on the. So you heard what Boma and I said about.
Yeah.
So did you experience that divide? So was there a time where you noticed that the script flipped on you, or was there a smooth sailing? Did you experience the same thing all through?
Or is there anything you'd like to say, to your younger self?
To my younger self, a couple of things basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because I grew up with a lot of memories. You understand? Life was like a little bit slow paced as opposed to now. Right. When I say slow paced, it's not like I'm regretting, but basically, I grew up with a lot of orientation from my dad, and he did a lot of good work in trying to expose us. Even though then I was a little bit stubborn because I didn't want, I didn't want none of that. And I grew up with a lot of exposure from my dad and support from my mother.
Nice.
My mother is
shout out to parents, man.
Yeah. My family, my brother, my sisters. I said they're the best, man. Like seriously, so
we know, we've met all of them.
Yeah, so basically, but like I said, I learned one or two things. Top on the list was the fact that my dad exposed me, my elder sister to like the media at a very, very young age. Even though I didn't want any of that, I wasn't really interested, but I didn't know it was going to
be where you would land.
Yeah, last. So, but basically, I was grateful for that. But I was the kind of person that was I'm kind of like selfless. So I always had a lot of friends. I always like to help people.
Right.
But it always put me in trouble. Mm-hmm. So my dad was like, I understand you want to be good, but you have to be careful with friends and all of that. Mm-hmm. I didn't understand that, but it put me in a lot of very not too cool scenarios. So I had to learn that the hard way.
Oh shit.
Okay, I have a lot of other stories, but I don't want to go into details for now. But
we'll take the scraps. We'll take whatever you give us.
So like there was this one time, okay, because I was like very, very sharp in primary school and stuff. Yeah. So
you ignore this, my partner.
So I got into secondary school, GSS1. And I had this friend, shout out to Deji, wherever he is. I had this friend, Deji. So we always went to prep class. Because I was, we were in the boarding house.
Oh my God, prep.
Wait. I think I need to put this in. I didn't go to a boarding house. That Air Force ship did not sail. So please, I'm feeling a little prejudiced by this boarding house.
Sorry.
Okay. I'll support you a little because I wasn't fully a boarding house student. Yeah, I was kind of like hybrid, kind of. Because if I can use the word, because this is the situation.
Got it.
This is what happened, yeah. Okay, my mother was teaching in school. She was staff in the school, so we stayed in the staff quarters at the time.
Okay.
So I was a day student, but I also wanted to feel like a boarding house student. So I had my check and everything. So I understand. So I had to go for prep class 7 to 9 with them. Because obviously my dad would send me to go prep class. Cannot go and be. So your mates are reading. So Deji, myself and Deji will go to prep class and be drawing Shao Kahn, Mortal Kombat and stuff. So
prep class.
Yeah, prep
class.
For reading.
Yeah, basically. But that we thought that we were
cool.
We're smart now. We
you
know
don't
book
need
now.
it.
I'm away now. You don't need it. So, but I was really shocked when the promotional result exam came out. And the funny thing was, the annoying part was that my mother was working in the library, so I had access to the dossiers where they put your results. I saw my results beforehand. And it just as 1/3 term.
Did it shock you?
It shocked me. But the shocking is not even the bad part. Right. The bad part is the part where everybody has to come and present their results to my dad, and he will come and scrutinize everything. So how do I say that it's me that have this result when I go home? So that was the thing. I remember that day I went home around 5 o'clock. Where were you? I just went to go and sleep.
Because you knew that you might not sleep again.
So the funny thing is that he took me to an empty classroom after, in the whole class, 60 something. I was expecting bad as bad. I would be maybe 10th or 12th position.
Hits me.
I was 40 something position.
What do you mean?
Are you alright?
For something, I thought you got 66.
For my own, for somebody that was in primary school, always coming first, second, third.
You now go to 40 something.
I had that shock too.
That's a lot.
So he took me to a class, an empty class. I can't even remember what he said.
Yeah.
But I just know that the next term, just 2 first term.
You carry first.
I carry second.
Shit. That's a long way.
I changed my friends. I changed everything. I started representing the school alongside other guys in competitions and stuff. So everything just changed. I changed my friends and everything. But still, I was still trying to find myself. And
let me stop you right there, right? You said something about you were still trying to find yourself. I feel like a lot of us do that for the cause of our lives. From our younger, it doesn't end. But that's one thing that we don't realize. Growing up, you think that finding yourself is a task that can be completed or a journey that has, but it's a ever unending journey. Do you understand? You're going to be finding yourself, because then again, life experiences, COVID
shapes you.
Look at, nobody expected this. There's a way that you had to be to survive this year, that you had to, shape into yourself or build into yourself that nobody thought we were going to be. So very quickly, APV, I want to ask you, to your younger self, now that you're older, what would you say in terms of finding yourself, being selfless, and finding yourself making wrong decisions because of the choice of friends that you had? Are you still that person? And all of that, has it changed you, or did you remain selfless but more conscious? What are the dynamics that has changed from that younger self of yours to this older self now?
Okay, I was very naive when I was very small, very little, my younger self stuff. But the warnings from my dad and the advice from my dad and all of the proverbs and stuff really helped a lot. But it didn't, it wasn't instant, but over time and a lot of experiences, betrayals and stuff, I had to learn that, I had to be there for myself. So
being there for
myself. But there was actually like the main turning point for me was when I got to know God, basically.
Aww.
Yeah, because I used to hide under the shadows of because then I remember my handwriting, like I'll be in class and I'm like,
are you left-handed?
Yeah, I'm left-handed actually.
Oh, nice. I don't know why left-handed people excite me. It's just like an impossible thing. I look like a chicken trying to survive when I try to use my left hand.
Only then.
What is wrong with you, young lady? APV, continue, Jari.
So I remember, like, people always like, I like your handwriting, but I always find myself trying to, like, then my younger self try to copy other people's handwriting. So it was like, that was something I observed myself, and I told myself, no, this has to stop. I have to be unique. I have to be authentic. So, but it happened when I got to know God, and it was like stuff were activated or something.
Yeah.
So all of the production and all of the things that I do, singing and all the media ish that I do, just came out. It was just like, you know,
it
just
started
like
busting
that.
forth out of you.
Yeah, I had like, I was confident in myself, because it's like, I might not be like very, very loud in crowds sometimes, but I can speak to anybody at any time.
And you stand out.
I know I am confident in myself.
Yeah.
You understand? And what I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. So it was just the knowledge of God, basically, that made me know myself.
The difference. Yeah. I thank you very much for that. And I'm almost going to say I'm envious, because they're just talking, just carry me like, wow. And it's fantastic, and we can't take away the fact that I like the God factor.
Yeah.
It is very, very, very important. I really like the God factor. And for me, so I've not even officially written a letter to my younger self, but no, I've written it somewhere. Like, I've written a letter to my older self, and I think my younger self somewhere on my phone or in my notes. But one thing that always stands out for me when I write a letter to my younger self, what I always tell younger Kofoworola, first of all, insist that people call you your full name. You might not know this. I know that some people are like, what is it about this girl and her name? But sure, I can't go deep, but there's something about your name and your identity, because your name is really your identity. That's
I think for you, it's because you had like esteem issues.
Well,
so the identity thing is because then when you say it may not carry weight to a lot of people, but it carries weight for you. And I think that goes, sorry to cut you short, sweetie. I just wanted to chip it in very quickly that I think that goes to say that, guys, respect people's wishes regardless of whether you understand it or not. You have no idea their journeys, their processes, and their, experiences. So if somebody says, I want you to call me my full name, call their full name. If somebody says, I don't want you to call me dear, don't say, what's wrong with you? That's their experience. I have people who have problem with touch because they've been molested, because they allow things go. So you never know why somebody is on edge about something. Just do what they want. It's about them. Stop making it about you, right?
Well, so I'll just tell younger Kofo, don't dim your lights.
Right.
You are more than enough.
Right. So very quickly, we're going to do 1 minute. Kofo and I are going to openly write a letter to our younger selves.
This is putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I know, sweetie. And that's what the show's about, honey. We keep putting each other on the spot all the time. You do it to me. You do it to me. I mean, not Mariah. I write you the echo. What's right the echo in the English? I will knock you. I can't even begin to try and break down that Yoruba. So very quickly, okay, I'm gonna try and go first. Oh my God, I really hate things like this, but
you have 1 minute.
Here is nothing. Okay, are you timing me? Okay. Dear younger Boma, I want to let you know that your joy is not a problem. You are not loud, you are not mouthy, you're not noisy. You are exactly who you are because God knew that there were people who are in need of your personality and your gift. The joy that you exude is a prayer point for others on a daily. They want to be able to experience joy. The larger than life attitude that you have is not intimidating to anybody. Never let anybody tell you that you have to reduce yourself for them to shine. There's enough room in the sky, in the atmosphere, in the world for every single person. I mean, if we're here on the earth, it's because there's space. Also, never let other people's actions dictate to you who you are going to be. Rather, react based from who you know that you are. Continue to learn about yourself. Never be afraid to explore yourself, explore your gifts, explore your talents, explore the things that you learned. Also, never be afraid to ask questions. You are not stupid, you're not crazy. Asking questions is a sign of strength and not a sign of weakness. Finally, your greatest asset is your vulnerability, and you are blessed with people who see you, regardless of whether or not you see yourself. You are loved beyond measures. I love you, and I hope that you keep being the best version of yourself every single day.
I want to be a younger Boma right now.
Oh my God. Hearing this love letter, right?
I know.
Do you know that I'm going to have to listen, as much as I don't like my voice, I'm going to have to listen to this, and because there are days where I would need this.
Yes.
You know, it would get hard.
So
right.
I'm going to say, dear Kofoworola.
Come on.
First of all, you're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You are beautiful. And I have to say it again.
Yeah.
You are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not telling you to make you, coy or to make you blush. No, I'm telling you because it's your reality. You are beautiful, and you are enough. You are enough. You don't get your validation from your looks. You are enough. You are a sum total of a lot of things. You are a package. You are a total package. You are wholesome.
Yes.
Kofoworola, you are wholesome. You are full. You're full of life. You have the right people around you. People are not out to get you. Get that out of your head. People are not out to get you. Some people genuinely care about you. And when you find those people that care about you, maximize them. Open up to them, be loving to them, and reciprocate their love as well. Kofoworola, see, nobody is an island. Lone Ranger does not work. You are not created in isolation. You are not created to live alone. You're created to exist and coexist with people. And people are what makes you who you are at the end of the day. At the end of the day, that is who you are. Again, Kofoworola, speak up. Speak up. Don't be afraid to communicate. In fact, over-communicate if you must. But don't be afraid. Don't allow anybody to tell you to shut up. You have something to say, and your words are valuable. You are full of wisdom. You might not know it, but you are full of wisdom. You are full of wisdom. Talk. Don't be timid. And lastly, love yourself. Love yourself unashamedly. Spoil yourself. The kind of love that love yourself gently, tenderly, gingerly, everythingly. Love yourself. Yes, and I'm rooting for you every day, and I love you every day. Cheers, Kofoworola.
Oh my God, this was so good, and this was so therapeutic. I know that we don't even realize the magnitude, but I know that this has done something. Now, guys, we want you to do the same thing. Send us letters. We want you to write it on your phone. If you have a journal, you like to use biro instead of phone, please be our guest. Of course, go ahead. If you want to do voice notes, maybe save it in a voice recording so you can listen to it over and over again. But please write a letter to your younger self, explaining and just expressing every single emotion that you have inside of you to express. We love you, and we hope to get all your letters. Please send.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. On Instagram, FlowwithKB. On Twitter, KFlowwithB. And also don't forget to send us emails. Don't forget to send us DMs. So my personal Instagram handle is kay.t.t. On Twitter is Dear Kofoworola, coincidentally. And for Boma?
For Boma, my Instagram is at BommyJ, BOMMYJAY. And on Twitter is at Johnson Boma.
Okay. And today we're going to be giving a shout out to Kinetic Studios. We're going to be giving a shout out to Kinetic Studios.
Yes!
They've been super amazing to the success of this
podcast. Yeah.
From our pictures to our recording. So they're a total package. Please check them out on Instagram. So they've been super amazing, and you should really, really check them out.
We should tag them on this post on Instagram.
We will definitely tag them on our post on Instagram. So we're open to your suggestions, your recommendations, and we also would like you to share stories that you think or topics that you think we can touch on as well, so that we can explore. And also your experiences. We want to know if this worked for you. Did you feel a release after talking to your younger self? Till we meet next time, I remain Kofoworola.
And do not forget that we are doing adverts in this season too. So if you've got, a business or a venture or something that you'd want us to advertise for you, right now we're doing free adverts for all our fans out there. And of course, this is your girl, B to the O to the M to the A, Boma J. See you on our next episode. And don't forget to share, listen, like, tweet about it, whatever. Just put us out there, guys. We love you, and God definitely loves you more. Bye. Kofo, say bye.
Now we have to.
You were waving.
Bye. Bye.